Welcome to Spain, guys! Spain is usually recognized as a beautiful country attracting tourists from all over the world for its food, culture, buildings, and beaches, among various attractions. Hardly ever is a country identified by tourists for its success in trade. But did you know that Spain is ranked 14th among 222 import countries by the World Book? That's right, that's 500 billion US dollars, accounting for more than half of its GDP. According to the Central Intelligence Agency, imports have grown from $156 billion in 2003 to $414 billion in 2008. Furthermore, in 2013, Spain's imports were estimated at 431 billion US dollars, which is a substantial increase from the previous years. In comparison to the same years for exports, exports have grown from $122 billion in 2003 to $285 billion in 2008. As successful of a country Spain is in trade, it did experience its only negative year in 2009, with a decrease in profit of $286 billion. Fortunately, by pushing into new markets outside of the EU, Spain's deficit was cut by almost half to 15.9 billion euros. The reason for the substantial growth in gross profit comes from an increased sale from countries outside the EU. Asian markets' demand for Spanish products have increased drastically in export of 22.5%, followed by an increase of 18.5% from Africa, and an 8.9% increase in Latin America. Being one of the largest producers in the world, Spain must abide by rules and regulations. First and foremost, Spain participates in the European Union, which is an economic unit of European countries that operate under the euro. Some of these members include Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, and the United Kingdom. Spain is required by the EU to mandate specific products that come into custom. One common license that controls imports, subject to quotas, is the AAI. Quotas have been assigned by the European Union to certain countries for specific products. This allows for the controlled importation of specific products that's imported into Spain. AAI's purpose is to notify customs that shipments may contain goods produced by a third-party country. The license is also used for statistical and national security reasons. Another document used for Spanish imports is Notificación Previa de Importación. This document is used as a statistical measure of merchandise that circulates in the EU Customs Union area. If the proper documentation is not used, then import goods cannot legally enter the country. It will either be delayed or charged for having to be detained. Exporting from Spain requires export compliances, knowledge of commodity, proper documentation including permits, license, and related certificate of origins, and pre-shipment requirements from the destination country. There are two types of tax involved in imports and export for Spain: duty tax and value-added tax. Duty tax is a tax collected on imports and exports by the customs authorities of a country. Basically, it's applied to help raise revenue. Value-added tax is a simple tax rate. Spain's value-added tax rate for imported items go as high as 21% and as low as 4% depending on the product. Both of these taxes are determined by the CIF value, which is the price value indicating the cost of goods, insurance, and freight. The top 5 exports of Spain as viewed from a micro level are vehicles other than tram, nuclear reactors, mineral fuels, oils, distillation products, electrical and electronic equipment, along with pharmaceutical products. The top 5 imports for Spain looks very much like the export list. As for imports, we find that crude petroleum, refined petroleum, and petroleum gas are 3 of the top imports of Spain. This is because Spain has no natural oil reserves. For this reason, Spain is big in renewable energy as both a generator for itself and exporter of such technology. France amounts to roughly 16.8% the exports from Spain, Germany at 10.8%, and with Italy at 7%. It's not surprising that Spain's top 3 consumers are members from the EU. That's all for import and export. Thank you for your time, and we hope you learned something new. Enjoy your time in Barcelona.